Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of our Community Access. This week, we will tell you about the new condo subdivision in Oxford. Then we have a brand new trail manager for the Pollyant Trail. Then we visit with Jim Parkhurst, who will tell us about his gun show. And finally, we have another ribbon cutting in Oxford. All today on our Community Access. Welcome back. We have a brand new subdivision in Oxford. It's called Abbey Ridge. With the story is our reporter, Elgin Nichols. Elgin?
Hi, Bill. Today we have with us Jack Curtis, and he's a trustee with the Oxford Township. And we're going to talk about the Abbey Ridge apartment homes, which is part of the development process that he's going through right now. Jack, would you tell us some more?
Oh, sure. It's a project that's going on 43 acres right behind Meyer, to the east of Meyer and to the west of the high school property. Again, it's 43 acres. The project size is going to encompass, when totally complete, about 360 residential units.
Wow, that's quite a project going in, and I think you folks traveling down 24 can see these big trucks and moving dirt moving equipment out there right now working. Can you tell us a little bit more? Is it done in phases? Is this the way it's going to?
Yes, it is. The phases is a couple folds. Number one, back a couple years ago in the Economic Development Subcommittee, we learned that apartment waiting lists were growing. It was taking almost a year to find affordable housing for apartment-type people. So we went out and talked with a couple developers, and what we found was, through a market study with the Community Research Group, was that there was an above average demographic growth and income level in Oxford, and it was providing evidence that overall market demand for these alternative housing should continue through the balance of the decade.
Can you tell me a little bit more, and those folks out there, exactly what these condos or these rentals are going to look like in the phase one? Sure,
I can. The first phase of the project is they're calling the 140, they named them Abbey Ridge Apartments. It's a design, and they've cloned it as Abbey Ridge Apartments. They're going to be built on 16 and a half acres with the following mix, Elgin. There's going to be 24 one-bedroom units. They're going to be approximately 835 square feet. Secondly, there's going to be 100 two-bedroom units, which will be roughly 1,200 to 1,300 square feet. And then 12 three-bedroom units at 1,300 to 1,400 square feet, approximately in that area. The first phase is under construction, as you said, right now, and apartment occupancies will be available in the summer of 2017.
And what are these going to go for? Any idea?
Well, that's up to the developer right now. Their current cost model hasn't been discussed with the EDSC, the Economic Development Subcommittee, at this time.
Mm-hmm. I know this is next to a golf course, and actually the golf course is going to kind of surround it, is that right?
That is correct. The Boulder Point Golf Course is right there next to it. In fact, the cart path crosses Market Street at the entranceway to the Abbey Ridge apartment complex.
Have you had issues concerning the infrastructure in terms of water and sewage?
No, actually this is a pretty good benefit to Oxford Township Water and Sewer. I'm also the chairman of the Water and Sewer Committee. It just so happens.
Nice lead in.
Nice lead in. And this project will not hinder our capacities on either. We have a lot of water capacity and sewer capacity in that region.
Well, the other issue that comes about, I hear questions about, is what about traffic? Is it going to cause some problems with traffic?
Elgin, every new home that's built in any community causes an additional number of cars to be driving on your roads. Mm-hmm. If you take an overall look at it, yes, it's going to have an impact on traffic. If you want to put it into a number, The MDOT and SEMCOG numbers indicate that there's about 30,000 cars that pass by that location on M24 each day. In the first phase, we're going to add roughly 100 to 200 units. If you added 200 cars in there, that's less than 1% impact on the 30,000 cars per day. Yes, it's still going to add impact on the cars going through there, but very minimally.
Right. Well, I think, you know, your economic development group have done a great job in trying to bring business into this area. You folks may have noticed other businesses coming in as well. And I think through a lot of the power Jack is in his persuasion to bring these companies in.
Persuasion is part of our job. Each one of the members is assigned a task what is not in Oxford. We're very cautious not to hinder the small businesses that we have in Oxford, but we look at businesses that are not here. For example, we did not have a Tractor Supply. Tractor Supply now has the roof put on it. We had low amounts of available affordable housing apartment units, so we contacted these people. We've been contacting hotels, which we do not have in the vicinity, hotel motels, and currently in Oxford we don't have a lumber yard. As you're well aware, Oxford used to have 3 lumber yards and now we have none. So we're in contact with not the big box stores, but the smaller ones like Menards, the Mortimers, the things like that. We have one grocery store in Oxford, so we have a person that calls on the different grocery store entities to see if they'd want to be here. We've worked with Aldi, we've worked with Beekys, trying to get them to come to Oxford and offer a wider variety of goods and services to the community without hindering on our current businesses that we have here.
Well, this is an exciting time for we in Oxford, and looking forward to some great things happening for this town. And I would like to really say that the Abbey Ridge apartment homes are a great addition, I think, to the Oxford Township. It'll add to the tax base as well.
Oh, it will. It also adds to the water and the sewer usage fees that are paid that help maintain these infrastructures in the community. And when the project is completed, you'll have 360 residential units that will bring people here, or have the people here the ability to have affordable housing and or apartments that they can live in.
And again, when will the first ones be available, Jack?
The summer of 2016.
Okay, excellent. Thank you very much for the interview.
Oh,
Appreciate
you're
it.
welcome. No problem.
We'll take it
Elton.
back to you, Bill.
Thank you.
Next up, we have a new trail manager with the story is our reporter Terry Stiles. Terry?
Hi, Bill. I'm sure everybody that's been on the Polly-Ann Trail in Oxford recognizes where we're at. We are on the Polly-Ann Trail. It's a beautiful day in October. No, it's not snowing. The sun is out. And I am with Linda Moran. She's the new trail manager, and we're going to find out all about Linda and what's going on with the trail. So don't go away. As I said, it's a beautiful day here in Oxford. It's October, it's fall, and we seem to be having some really good days for trail, Linda.
Yes.
Let's talk about the trail. We have 14 miles of trail, so you're not going to be dealing with just one community, are you?
No. We actually deal with Leonard, Addison, Oxford, and Lake Orion. So we deal with all of the communities, and they all require different things. The further northeast we go, we have a lot of horse people. So we have a lot of horses on the trail. We have a lot of bicyclists. Here in the village of Oxford and the village of Leonard, we have a lot of walkers, dog walkers, and runners. So there's a lot of different people that use the trail, which is really good to know. Here in Oxford, we have a lot of older people that have lived in the community since the beginning of time,
Right.
that come out every morning. They're out here every day walking. They're just fabulous folks, and the more you get to meet them, the better it is.
Yeah, we've been happy that this trail has been in here since the day it came in, because like you and I were initially talking, we used to walk this trail when it was still the railroad ties.
Yes.
It's come a long way since then.
It has indeed. A lot of work, a lot of hard work from a lot of different people. just countless hours and lots of money went into it. It's a fabulous resource, and I'm just so happy and proud to be part of it.
And so you've been using it all along. You're not unfamiliar with the trail. You've only been on the job 3 weeks. Thank you for taking it. I appreciate that. What is your first big challenge coming up?
We are on October 8th doing the zombie run over in Lake Orion off of Joslyn Road. We're hoping to have 120 runners and 30 to 50 zombies. So it's a good event that this is the 3rd year for it. We're hoping to continue it and build on it.
In spite of the rain last year, they had a pretty good crowd.
We had a turnout last year, which is amazing even with the rain. Hopefully next summer we're going to have a horse event out here. So we'll have the horses out here using it because I like our little horses. We're also going to have a bicycle event. Hopefully, get out and explore Pollyann from the beginning to the end.
Nice.
Just get the families out. I like to see the kids out here with their folks and enjoying the trail.
We did speak also of funding, and we talked about some of the maintenance issues. So let's start with the funding. The funds initially, everybody was told when the trail was being proposed, none of the funding was going to come from the communities. Is that still true?
I'm not exactly sure how that works in the community. I'm still really new on the job, so I don't want to misspeak. A lot of the money we get is from donations, grants, DNR. We get a lot of money. Never enough money, though.
Of course.
Fundraising is one of our big issues.
Okay.
I'm going to work a lot this winter, spring on getting grants from the government. There's a lot of resources available. You just have to find them and work hard to get them. So I'm hoping we can get some resources. We've gotten some big dollars from Daimler Chrysler, which was a godsend. That was a few years ago. Any company that we can get to sponsor us is fabulous. There's just so much of a need and always never enough money.
Of course. And so now that people are hearing this, if you want them to get in touch with you, if they maybe have grant information or resources, do they just contact you through the trail?
Just contact me through
webpage?
through the webpage on the trail. It's managerpollyantrailways.org. Any information you have, grants, if you want to be a sponsor of the trail, if you want to come out and trim trees, anything is well appreciated. We are reinitiating, really starting to work really hard on our ambassador program. Our ambassador program basically are people that use the trail every day or a few days a week, run, bike, horseback,
whatever it is,
whatever your activity is. Roller skate, cross-country ski. Any activity you do out here, I'm looking for people who are willing to be the eyes and ears of the trail. It's a long trail. I'm not everywhere. I work a day job, so this is a part-time job for me. But the more people I can have out here telling me what's going on, where there's a problem, where there's a tree down, where it needs to be trimmed, where there's a pothole, I can get out there, I can take action on it much quicker instead of just having it simmer. I don't want things to go unattended. The sooner you take care of them, the better it is for everybody.
So you touched on maintenance. I did want to talk about maintenance. Also, you talked earlier about wanting to get maybe bench donations.
Yes.
Or maybe even have some of the Eagle Scouts.
Yes.
Really
Right now,
dedicate time.
I haven't been on the job long enough, but I have been in touch with a couple of Scoutmasters.
Good.
We have Scouts that are looking for community service projects. I'm hoping the high school kids will come out for their community service project and have out here. We do have WHAM, which is the weekday alternative misdemeanor program that we use a lot. They're out here quite frequently.
And that's good for them too, isn't it?
They get outside.
Yes.
They help the trail. They're just a good bunch of kids that have, had some issues.
What
we
kids
all
don't.
do.
Right.
So now they're fixing their issues. We couldn't maintain the trails without them. We also have trustees that come out that will do some more heavier projects. They're able to use chainsaws. The miners aren't able to use chainsaws and do a lot of that sort of stuff, but the trustees are. Can't maintain the trails without free help. So, always open for volunteers. If you have a church group, Cub Scout group, Boy Scout group, Girl Scout group, please contact me. I have a project. Easy, hard, it's whatever you're willing to do.
Now, I looked at your website, which is very pretty. Is there any way you can put maybe, or is there somewhere on the website what needs to be done, what can be done by a community? It's not just your trail.
Right, it's
to
everybody's trail.
manage, right?
Right, and I need assistance. There isn't at this time a spot on the website, but that's a very good thing to bring up with our webmaster, Lois Golden. She's fabulous.
Very good, yeah.
She used to be a trail
That's right.
manager.
She knows this trail inside and out.
Yes, she's wonderful, and if she can do it, it'll be
Anybody
great.
can.
Yeah, and just send me an email. I respond within a day of emails. I try to address all the issues that come to me. We've had some issues already with some trees that were down on the trail. Homeowners called and said, "Hey,
Oh,
we got
that's
a tree
great.
down." Out the next day.
Nice.
taking
Everybody's
care of it.
watching it.
Yeah, and I need that. I need that because it's over 14 miles,
Yeah.
and I'm only one person, so I need the assistance. The gentlemen in Leonard and Addison are fabulous. They'll call me, let me know what's
yeah.
going on. I need the DPW in Oxford and Leonard and
Yeah,
Orion.
right.
Can't do it without them.
Belongs to all of us, that's
Yes.
for sure.
Yeah.
You mentioned cross-country skiing on the trail.
Yes.
So it is open during the wintertime. People
Yes.
need to know that, I think.
Yes.
Are there hours or is it not a good time to be on the trail?
It's open from sunup to sundown.
Okay.
And anything kind of goes. I actually have a group of lady friends that we go into up by Lake George Road in the winter for cross country.
Nice.
These trails are not groomed, but it doesn't matter to us. I mean,
Right.
we like
Sure.
the rustic part of it all, breaking our own trails. We do have a gentleman here in town, Dick Stone, who's a fabulous man. He and his wife use the trail. He plows the paved part here in Oxford,
nice.
half of it. So you can cross country ski on half or snowshoe. The other half is really nice for walking your dogs, and it makes it accessible to everybody.
Speaking of that, it is handicap accessible.
Yes, it is
Nice.
very, and we welcome any kind
Everybody.
of everybody. Come on out.
It belongs to the community
Exactly.
for sure. Well, thank you for talking with us. I'm
you
so
so
glad I
much.
got to meet you.
Thank you
And
so
I
much.
hope you stick around for a while because you have good ideas.
I hope so.
And come and meet Linda. Just give her a call. I'm sure she'll be right out here somewhere.
I'm always at Evergreen's Coffee Shop in the morning.
Oh, yeah. Good place to be. Back to you, Bill.
Good job, girls. Next up, we went to the American Legion for another great gun show. With the story is the host, Jim Parkhurst. Jim?
Hi, good afternoon. My name is Jim Parkhurst. I'm a past commander here at the Oxford American Legion Post. Glad you guys stopped by today from OCTV. We've got a gun show going on today, and it's a fundraiser for us here for the American Legion and the AMVETS, and it helps our club through the winter months. And we'd like to introduce a couple of guys down here today and show you what's in the gun show. And she's going to pan around just a little bit, show you a view of some of the guns. You can see there's a lot of different rifles on the table. There are knives, bayonets. There's Civil War stuff inside the show. There's a little bit of everything. A lot of ladies come through right now.
Places. I mean, everybody's so nice and friendly, and just wish there was a little more traffic right now. Other than that, I love it. I enjoy coming with my husband.
My name is Charlie Creelman. I'm over here at the gun show in Oxford. On this table, I have a selection of mostly Winchester rifles that are almost all family owned. They're my father's guns and my brother's rifles and my own. And we have a 300 Savage and a 30-30, Winchester 30-30, Winchester Model 12 pump. We have a Belgian-made Browning here, a nice earlier 60s model. We have a gun that was actually used in the Battle of the Little Bighorn era. It's a Hotchkiss 1878 variety. We've got a French-made Waffen brick, and we've got a Winchester Model 64 lever action. And we even have my paint pistol that I designed for painting. Doesn't shoot bullets or paint, but it'll relieve the stress and tension in your hands. go to paintpistol.com. Thanks.
We're over here. Well, this is one of our dealers. He comes to our show annually, and his father used to come here to this show. I'll let you introduce yourself. Hank's Guns, and they've got a new company, and they've got the new logos out, sir. I'll let you talk to him.
Hi, I'm Dan Schmansky from Hank's Guns. We're happy to be here. These guys throw on a great show. As you see, we like to do a little bit of everything to keep everybody happy. We got a great group of dealers out here, and I hope everybody here. Yes, the food is phenomenal, and these guys here are phenomenal. So if you get a chance, come on out to one of their shows and enjoy yourself. And it's just a great show all the way around.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We have pulled pork sandwiches that are homemade. The gal in the kitchen, they do a great job with it. Pulled pork sandwiches. The dealers get free coffee and donuts at this show. So we, as he said, we have a great little show that goes on. If you scan around, you see quite a few people. The building has two sides to it. So the show, the event's actually held on both sides. It's a 60-table show. So.
Hello, general public on television. My name's Don Joseph, here at Oxford VFW, and having a great time at the gun show.
You load it with black powder, and here you put a little bit more prime in there. And this is flint, this is frizzen. That ignites the prime and powder, and the heat and the flame ignites the main charge. And, these are smooth bores. Like an English Fowler, probably middle 1700s period. So, and this here's a rifle. It's got a rifled barrel. And it's the same principle. It's got the flint and frizzen. You put a little bit of prime and powder in there. And that ignites your prime and fire in a hole, basically what it is. Yeah, this is a left-handed gun here. This is curly maple, or tiger stripe, they call it. Curly fiddleback maple. These are walnut here. This is curly maple too, not as much in it as this here. Iron hardware. This would be a southern style gun, Tennessee probably.
Well, thanks for talking to us today, Jack. And it's kind of, you get a history lesson when you come to the gun show as well. There's a lot of neat things to look at. We have a lot of the younger sportsmen and hunters that come in, and they come in with their parents to look around as well. So it's a little educational as well when you bring them in. So we have CPL classes available here at the American Legion. So stop by and see us anytime, or call us at the post at 248-628-9081.
I'm Harry Goodell, and I own Goodell's Gun Shop. I own Goodell's Gun Shop in Clarkston, Michigan, but I'm a home repair gunsmith. And I like to do gun shows, but Jim has a whole bunch of problems to work with.
A lot of ladies come through right now, and they're sportsmen as well that buy different weapons and bows. There's hunting equipment. There's hunting clothes as well. And today happens to be duck season out there. Bow season opened last weekend, so we have a lot of sportsmen that are out in the woods right now. They come into the club and they get a pulled pork sandwich for lunch and a Coke, and they look around and pick up a few things they need, and back out to the woods they go. But again, we'd like to say hi to everyone and welcome you down to the club anytime we have other events going on. And glad you guys stopped today to see us on OCTV. Thank you.
Good job, Jim. Next up, another ribbon cutting in Oxford. This one is for Summit Physical Therapy.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Summit Physical Therapy Ribbon Cutting. My name is Nicole Sturrett. I am the Executive Director of the Oxford Chamber of Commerce. We are excited to welcome Summit Physical Therapy to the Oxford community. Summit offers several different types of therapy to fit your needs, and Sarah, the wonderful owner, has worked very hard to get this place looking beautiful. On behalf of the Oxford Chamber and the Oxford community, welcome.
Thank you, Nicole. My name's Mike Spiz. I'm the Oakland County Commissioner for this district, which includes Oxford, Addison, Brandon, and Oakland Townships. I am here also to present you with this proclamation from the Oakland County Board of Commissioners to congratulate you, wish you the best, and hope everything goes well. Thank you. Now, I'll take those back from you because now it's your turn to talk.
Thank you. Thank you for everybody for coming today. I'm overwhelmed with how much support I have opening up this business, and especially thank you for Steve, my husband, and then my kids, and my mom for just being there and being patient with me through the struggles, and but also the good times and the excitement that I've received. So I'm excited to be part of the community, and thank you.
Thank you, everybody, for coming out. We're going to definitely make this official if you want to get the scissors ready. 3, 2, 1. Woo! All right. Thank you, everybody, for coming. There's plenty of food, drink. Please, make yourself at home. And if you have any questions, please ask Sarah. Thank you.
Well, that's all the time for this week. We hope you enjoyed our program. So, for our reporters Elgin Nichols and editor and reporter Terry Stiles, I'm Bill Service, and you have a great, great week.